Hello and welcome to Crew 42's coverage of the 13th annual Hamilton County Open here in Indianapolis, Indiana. This is Dr. James A. Dillon Park here for Round 1 MPO Feature Card, and joining me on the mic I have Sam Smigiel. How we doing?
Hey, I'm doing great, Zach. Looking forward to it. We've got some pretty good weather this weekend. Doesn't look like we really have a whole lot of rain in the forecast. A little bit of wind, but not too much, so really looking to attack out here.
It's a great event to end a lot of people's seasons with. A B tier here with a ton of added cash, and so we're going to see some shredders. And starting off with our feature card, we have an Indiana just collection of great shredders to start us off here. Hole 1 now, 254, par 3. There's OB. You can see the line right and left. Explain a little bit on the shot for this particular hole, and then just what we should expect from this particular course.
So this first hole, you're either taking a kind of a straighter sidearm. I think Kevin's probably going to go a little over. Nope, he's going to take that straighter sidearm shot. A lot of players will take just a simple backhand, try to hyzer it in front of the building there, as you see Eddie's going to do. Really, if you get past that first tree, you're going to be inside the circle. Eddie hits that. If he didn't get through, he's got a 30-footer. Instead, he's, parked 15 feet. Oh, 20 feet.
I was thinking about it.
15 feet. 8. We'll settle at 18 feet. But the rest of the course, you see here in the orange, all the orange painted is hazard. So we are going to see a little bit of that on the front, more so on the back nine.
Mm-hmm.
All of the white paint is OB. So the front, we're going to have kind of a variety of some open and some wooded shots. Get to throw kind of quite a few different shots, and then we get out into the open, and then it's scoring time.
Starting off with a birdie here with Trevon. Kevin Fodrey up next, trying to match it. As you mentioned, circle's edge there if you get to the building. And those front edge of the trees. Everyone able to get themselves a look to start. What would you expect is, if you're trying to set pace for the event, what do you want to shoot at this particular course?
I really think you want to be somewhere between 10 and 12, I think is going to be pretty good. There is danger, but the players that are going to be competing for the win are going to pretty much stay out of it. You can get maybe one OB stroke, hazard stroke, and that's it, because it's a very attackable course.
Right. Hole 2 is a par 4, 751, maybe the longest hole in the course, I believe.
Yes.
This one just requires you to get a first pitch around the blind kind of hill there in front of the pond, and then from there you have an approach. The drone's taking kind of the forehand or straight gap at the basket. You can throw hyzer around the right side of the trees as well. There is OB as well behind this basket, separating this hole and hole 6, I think it is.
Yes.
So you don't want it to leak too far past the basket on your approach. And what is the tricky part about this particular tee shot?
You can't see the lake, how it kind of wraps around. Kevin kept it nice high on the hill. If you push it a little straighter, you can't see where it drops off to the OB. It's far enough away, and if you're throwing something overstable, like even this, it looks like it's going to go into the water, but it should hyzer into the water.
Yeah.
Okay. Eddie's got quite a bit of power. Did keep it pretty wide, but a lot of those that you think are going to go in the water do tend to hook up. This looks really good.
Yeah, it feels a little nerve-wracking because you can't see the path either, which is OB left of the path. So you can't see any of the danger on there, so you're just kind of making sure it gets... There's a photographer actually kind of giving them a good anchor point here a little bit. You want to get it past that photographer, make him turn, and you're probably in a good spot. Like Trevon there is a great landing zone, should have a pretty clear run up from there. Card's going to take a discussion here, ask, if he crossed in bounds, if so, where... And that could be difficult as well. With a blind shot around the corner, how do you approach those conversations?
Yeah, you just take typically you're looking back at the tee box and seeing what makes the most sense to where the flight would have been to get there.
Sure.
And I think they made the right call. Obviously, we saw here it was overland most of the way, and you do the best you can.
Right. I mean, the cameraman can't go, yeah, it tickled or didn't touch grass or anything,
Right.
so you kind of have to make a a judgment call, as you said, is, just what best you can. Trevon gets the option of being able to go forehand or backhand. A little surprised he's going with the backhand here. I would have thought he would have preferred the forehand.
It's something that'll be interesting for Trevon and then both, Kevin here. Oh, Kevin already threw. But Elijah gets the flat footing where nobody else had flat footing, and you're still throwing from where he's at, get about 370 or so.
Still a pump.
Yeah, so you're still putting a little bit on it, and you could see that downhill run up that Trevon had. He kind of pulled it, had a little bit later release than he wanted because he's planning a little bit later, and it just messes with your timing a little bit. Another reason why maybe the forehand might have been the play.
Right, yeah. Eddie trying to give it a bid. We have Elijah on our card. The first time on the channel, also new to your team, if I'm not mistaken. This is his first event with his Gateway bag.
Yes. Congrats, Elijah Bickel. He just signed with Gateway, I believe, last week. And so these discs are all pretty new to him. And, really excited to see how he does.
I hear that he makes throwing far look really easy sometimes.
He does. It's pretty fun to watch. We'll get a couple holes where we get to really see that, and he's able to just push a stable disc straight for so long. I think he's got a lot of rotations on the disc. It's fun to watch.
Move us over to hole 3 now. 344. This is downhill, reachable with a forehand. What do you think the best gap here is to get to the basket?
I like the right side gap. If you're going to throw the forehand, you're going to take the left side gap. Really danger on this one is going long, or you see all of the brush on the right. That's all OB. So about 20 feet from the basket on that right side or behind it is OB, and you
trying to avoid it.
Yeah, you can really get there, and this Kevin comes up a little bit short. If he doesn't tickle those trees, that could be in danger of hitting that OB.
Is there OB directly behind the basket too?
There is, yeah. And there's a creek about 35, and I believe the OB is just before that.
Okay. So you have a little more breathing room deep of the basket if you take that backhand more than if you sawed off a forehand.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Going to see a forehand here from Trevon now.
Just missed the last tree.
Yeah.
That was a good-looking shot, though. I liked the angle.
Eddie Ward coming around. This is wide. Too wide?
There's a lane over there. I think this is going to be nice. It's going to leave him a little bit short. It's kind of tough to get all the way to the basket, but it looks like he's going to be about edge of circle for his birdie putt.
Probably a half bid from Trevon here is going to be up under the basket.
Yeah, he catches a little cabbage off of the putt there. I'm wondering if that slowed him down or if he was trying to lay that up.
He has such a loftier putt. Get in there.
Ooh.
Aggressive run from Kevin from distance that sometimes it's hard to tell if it's a layup or if it's a kind of like a drop-in bid. And Eddie, unfortunate, off the band for that putt. Can Elijah get the birdie? And he can. The only one of the card getting a stroke on the field in general. Ooh, that sneaked in a little bit.
Hey, she's home.
There's no pictures on the scorecard, just 1080p. Going to give a quick shout out to C2 Productions, from a local organization that does coverage in this area. We're not going to take this gap probably in between the trees off the tee, but I unfortunately filmed the wrong tee pad when I did my drone shot, so I called out to them, asked them if they could help me out, and they did a wonderful job getting us some drone shots because I also crashed my drone while filming the other course.
Whoops.
So a big shout out to them helping me out for this one. I think this is the play: a little standstill or pitch forehand something overstable, let it trickle towards the basket. Is there OB on the right side or just the bushes?
It's pretty far in there. You have to go probably outside the circle to go OB right. Kevin's a little higher, but good pace control. He's going to be parked.
This looks really smooth. Something slower speed as well.
Yeah, we have seen 3 different speeds. Elijah threw a 12 speed. Kevin threw a 9 speed. Trevon looked like he threw about a 5 speed. And I have No idea. That looks like a wide rim disc. I think he's throwing a distance driver. All different ways to get there, all parked.
Fantastic drives from our card. And this hole does play as one of the easier holes on the course. It plays as the second easiest, only easier hole as you may have expected is hole 1. That one is very gettable.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
So I would say that the front 9 as well as you kind of, well, I'm sorry, front 9 compared to the back 10 because we have 19 holes. Right?
Yes.
Something unique about this event is that we have 19 holes at this course and the other course as well, which I've never seen 2 courses like that before.
Yeah, it's the first time I've played an event like that.
Yeah, so we have some extra holes. I would say the front half of this is very scoreable with less, like you mentioned, there's less OB lines. So it's a little more scoreable, a little safer to be aggressive on it. The backside, if you're a little off, especially if it gets windy at all, you can really start racking up OB strokes and keeping you off the pace. This one right here is a very protected basket.
It is. If you hit those last trees by the basket, then you're going to have a putt. But Elijah really challenging. There is a turnover gap. I mean, he hit that perfectly. You'll see a lot of players try to go under. There's a branch that Elijah went to the left of. This is another common play. Throwing the forehand, get that late flare. Looks a little deep. Doesn't quite hook up in time for Kevin, but that's a nice way to keep it low and under all the branches.
I'm a little surprised to see Trevon go backhand here.
Yeah, this is the second time we've seen him throw a backhand where we would normally expect him to throw a forehand.
At 401.
Not bad, though, just outside the circle. It's
at
good
401, do you think the distance is the question mark here because of the limited ceiling? People would prefer to push with a backhand?
No, for Trevon, no. He's got plenty of power to get there. Eddie almost throwing that in. It looked like he might have thrown a mid-range or maybe just a slow fairway. Just came in real nice.
He's got some sneaky power at times with those slower speed discs.
I really think you only need about 360 worth of power to get to this one. Trevon threw a good shot, so I'm glad that worked out. But I'm very surprised to see him throw that instead of the forehand.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if he can convert it anyway from circle 2.
Doesn't matter.
Well, I mean, he knew his game, and he executed it perfectly. Gets the birdie anyway, showing the diversity of his ability to score both forehand and backhand. Eddie is well rewarded with a birdie here, going past the basket. And that's going to move us on to what I may call my favorite hole of this particular course. I really like hole 6
like this one
a
lot.
lot. OB on the right side, about halfway up the course.
Maybe 2/3 the way up there. It goes pretty far, maybe almost 400 feet. The OB is on the right side. So you do have a bailout on the left here. Obviously, it's more open, but the basket, you can start to see it in the distance there, is just dead straight. So mid-range, if you want to keep it straight, you can push a fairway up there. You might get a little bit skip to the left. And then if you do skip to the left, then you got to get a little crafty, maybe with flex forehand or a low skip shot to get to the basket. Really 2 controlled shots is going to get you the birdie on this one. And don't go right, which Trevon is throwing pretty perfect shot there. And he's going to be far enough back that he's got options.
I was going to say, going too far is a problem, right? Because as it gets...
This is in danger.
Oh, what a kick.
Wow.
Okay, we'll take that from
Good
Eddie. If you go too far left, you kind of hit a wall, right? And it makes it almost impassable to get to the basket. This could be a problem
definitely. Look at these kicks. And that's about the perfect landing zone. That's where you want your drive anyways.
Let's see if Kevin can avoid...
And hook up just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Oh
that's a good shot. A little overturned. But
Yeah.
that's right in the position you want to be because now he can throw whatever he wants.
Looks like Eddie's going with a forehand. You can see there's a person on the right side with a flag in front of him. That's pretty much where the OB ends.
Yeah, and that person on the right there where he landed, that's the OB kicks to the right. So these guys really aren't worried about the OB
On their
at
second.
this point.
Yeah. How do you feel about a design like that where you have OB coming only part way through a course and then it, like, because there's no like defined physical space saying, hey, like OB doesn't exist here anymore. They just kind of say, this is far enough. We're going to jet it off. Do you like this design, just making the tee shot specifically the danger zone?
Yeah, I think this is I agree with you on this. This is probably my favorite hole on the course.
Okay.
And it really, there's a demanding tee shot. I'm sure you could keep the OB going all the way up if you wanted, like past this next group of trees. Right. I think maybe if I would change anything, I might extend it out a little bit more. But still a really cool hole.
Yeah. From C2, off the top of the band from Kevin, unable to convert. Elijah getting himself in some trouble here off of the fairway. Still has an opening. Maybe can see the basket from here. Stay up. Just past the basket. Good effort from Elijah. See if Trevon can keep the putter hot. And he does. Another birdie for Trevon.
And that's a really good start. He's on a really good pace right now. This front nine, while it's all scoreable, you can also get into some trouble.
Sure.
There's a lot more trees to deal with on this front nine, so he's keeping it really clean off the tee and rewarded.
We're going to start getting back into the open now, starting with hole 7, 357, throwing towards the water. Although, if I'm being honest, I don't really feel like the water's in play all that much.
No one's getting to the water.
Yeah, and so you just want to throw, in my opinion, something fairly flippy or something stable on a lot of anhyzer. It's more right than people give it credit to, I think.
Yeah, it goes pretty far right. We might see a forehand from Trevon. No, once again, going to the backhand. It is a far forehand because you have to push it over that last tree. This is going to dry up a little bit short. Just overturn that too much.
Yeah, didn't get help from the grass either there. See if Eddie can get it in that direction now. He's going to, oh, this looks inside. Yeah, and 2 inside. Maybe going roller there. That was pretty flippy there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he was going for, if he was trying to go over that tree like we see from Elijah here. It's a pretty common line, but that's stalling out a little bit. You know, something about this hole, too, is you can't quite feel what the wind is doing out there.
Absolutely. How much does it change a hole when you can't feel the wind? Like, when you're protected and you can't get a wind read, because you can't even like take 10 steps to check it either. You'd have to walk more than your 30 seconds worth, right? How much difficulty does that add to a hole like this?
It's the entire hole. Without the wind, this shot you can throw something a lot flippier. But when it's, when you have the wind and you don't really know what to do, you kind of have to club up to something a little bit more stable and maybe throw a shot that is not as easy.
Another one?
Oh, he liked it.
He wanted it too. Eddie now to try to save the par.
Nice. That's a good putt.
Gets it to sneak in on the left side there. Now Kevin just outside circle. Best drive of the group. Gets
good birdie.
That one to trickle in as well. Gets a stroke on the card. Looking at hole 7 right now. Plays on the more difficult side. And for the course, easier side for the course, surprisingly. 2.67, so about a third of a stroke under par. And we're going to move now over to hole 8, 370 water carry. I like this hole a lot too.
This is a fun one.
Yeah, it's just fun, right? This is ace run galore. You do have OB on the sidewalk behind the basket, but because your bigger power throwers are going to throw spike hyzers, right? It's a little downhill, so you can kind of give it a little lift. You're trying to run it in the basket.
Yeah, you're trying to hyzer right in front of that last tree on the right, we'll see, and just stick it on the hill.
Okay, and I think this is the most important question that every Michigan disc golfer will care about. Would Reed Frescura go for the skip here?
Absolutely not.
Dang.
I did see someone throw a skip, though.
Intentionally?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
It was really sick, actually. He skipped it off the water and then made it. It's a pretty steep incline to get up there, and he actually jumped over that and landed safe.
No, kudos to him.
Yeah. It's not what he wanted to do, but it did work out.
We take what we get, right? Looks like our first 2 drives are really nice in the circle. Eddie, a little far wide of the basket.
This is what you want right here.
And, yeah.
Just a good angle the whole way.
It never had a chance of acing, but it never had a chance to do anything other than park, which is just guaranteed birdies are nice out here as you're trying to score. And
Oh, sit down.
yeah, good sit there from Eddie.
Eddie hasn't quite got the round going yet. He's not bleeding, but he's not scoring.
Right.
And would really like to kind of get on a bit of a run here as we're heading towards the back 10.
He's going to need to be really clean on that back 10
Yeah.
to like stay away from OBs and hazard. Oh, Z watched that one almost spit through. But he's really going to need to make sure he stays clean out there to have a chance of kind of going on that stretch that you just mentioned. Before that, though, let's wrap up our final 9 at 270. There is a Mando on this hole. It's that big tree on the right side, so you can't throw over the parking lot. Just a straight putter shot?
Pretty much. You might see some flex shots because that small tree right off the tee pad has some branches that come out a little bit more than you think. And then once you get to the green here, just speed control. Don't push it too far because there's not a putt in there. And also saw a couple people go early, and early is no birdie zone. If this hooks up, this is exactly what you want. Yeah, that's a great shot.
And there's donut when you go to a course that you've never been at before and you look up the U-disc layout so you know where you're going, and we don't play the U-disc layout.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get lost.
Yeah, this is going to be on the edge of, I think you'll have a step out putt there, but any more left, and that's no bueno.
Whoa. What is this?
So Elijah's throwing a 9-speed there. That was a blade.
Wow.
And this hole says it's 270. I think it's probably closer to 240. And I saw him throw that shot, and to have the touch to throw a distant or a fairway driver on this hole is very impressive.
Do it. Oh, good
that looked
effort.
really good.
Full commitment. Trevon also going to go to a knee for his putt, probably closer to circle's edge. And just off the front frame. Elijah now past the basket.
Yeah, Kevin already shaking his head. He said, "Yep, I know this one's going in."
And now him to match for a birdie as well. Okay. Oh, can he save the par from inside the shrubbery? There you go.
Gets himself in that nice little pocket, but yeah, not ideal to have 2 pars on this hole. Definitely one we're expecting to have, pretty close to a star frame, if not a star frame. So
Yeah, played as a 4th easiest hole, and as we take a look at the overall scores on our card right now, 5 down seems to be the pace. Right around that 10 to 12 mark is what you mentioned. So all these guys in contention. We're going to hit the back 9 now, which is more OB and hazard riddled with lines, and we'll see if our card can stay clean for round 1 conclusion.
all right, we'll see you on the back.